I have to be perfectly honest and say that I've been kind of putting this part off, because this is where I need to modularly build my Bloomery furnace. I think the weather looks good for next weekend, and if I don't do it now and get it at least partly built, I don't really have time to build it, to scratch build it all next weekend. My idea would be to get some of the subunits done, then I'll assemble it on Saturday and cook it on Sunday. So, in that vein, my thought is that I will have a lower chamber that's that big, then a middle chamber that's that big, and then this one on top will be like that, so that essentially you get kind of a pot-bellied stove effect. So I need to get these things going. And I obviously want the bottom chamber to have very thick walls and inlets for 2 air pipes. The upper chamber should similarly have thick walls, and the top chamber is really essentially a chimney. So let's spend a little time on the lower chamber first. I have no idea if this is going to work, but I'll show you the technique I've decided to try, which is essentially is to use the blocks I made already as the beginning of a core that surrounds this. So get some stuff here. I have no idea if this is going to work. I'm just going to put a ring around here, and then I'm going to start building on the ring. I'll just butter each one individually with a little bit of clay. I'll start setting them in place. And then every group of 4 will constitute its own little quadrant. And I'll keep going until I've gone all the way around. So I don't know about you, but that looks like a giant chocolate bundt cake to me, which I would be into if I weren't trying to cut down. All right, let's do a little upper chamber here. I really did kind of put off building this furnace for quite some time, but the thing is that it's getting late in the year. It's mid-October. It's getting kind of cold outside, and this weekend it's supposed to be kind of pretty, so I've got maybe 48 hours where I'm going to have uninterrupted non-rain, which means I need to do this thing soon. So here's the belly of my bloomery. It's just 12 inches with a throat of 9, 4 layers. This will be this will go on top here, and it will sort of serve as the, I don't know how to describe it. I guess it's sort of the neck of my furnace. It's got a diameter of 16 inches to sit on top of that 9. Right now it's 4 inches tall. That's 2 layers. I'm going to add at least 2 more. I want to get it to at least 8. Maybe I can get it to 10 inches. So that will go on top there to sort of bring this 9-inch throat down to an 8-inch throat, a little bit of tapering. And then on top of this tapering sort of neck will be essentially a chimney. It's got a diameter of 5 inches. I just put it around paper towel, and it's a foot tall. So 1 foot, 8 to 10 inches, and another foot. That's almost 3 inches tall. I'll have essentially a 9-inch throat going to an 8-inch throat going to a 5-inch chimney, and I essentially figured that my smelting chamber will be these two together, and so I'll just keep adding stuff from the chimney top to keep things level essentially with the top of the neck. So that's my plan, and I'll probably do it this weekend. Obviously this stuff isn't going to be all dry, but hopefully I can get it hardened up enough that then I can sort of cook it as I'm building it so that it is ready to go when I need it this weekend. Right now, it's Tuesday. Give you a quick tour of my subunits as they stand for my Bloomery furnace. So this is the main body. My construction technique leaves a little bit to be desired. I'm going to go ahead and piece it all together out there and slather it with clay and hope that it'll hold together long enough to do this cook. From here I move to what's sort of an intermediate body, which is 3 layers, about 6 inches of clay rings that are slightly smaller in diameter. They're intended to function as a transition to this, which is my chimney. I'll use a burn-in kind of assembly process in order to get most of this paper towel out of there. So I'll take out some of the center core and then I'll burn the rest of it out. I'm not too worried about these cracks in my chimney because I did put a layer of masking tape in the center. So I don't need a lot of physical stability. I just need a lot of thermal stability. And I won't take out any more than that. I'll worry about that in a minute. Okay. It's kind of coming down to it because I've got a couple of days of really nice weather coming, which means I'm going to have to actually do this. I think I'll make the actual assembly process a separate video of its own just to keep things from running too long. So we'll end this one here with a thanks for watching, like and subscribe, or don't if you don't want to. Tell your friends if you want, and don't do that if you don't want to either. We will see you shortly when we start putting this baby together. So thanks for watching and have a great day.